you're had this happen last week, 2 weeks ago. If you're a homeowner listening or watching, what Jesse just said is so true. You need to choose a company that invest in their marketing because it matters for you. We have something on the line. Like we care about Google reviews. We care about your review. We care about our reputation. We care about giving you an actual experience that's good, that you're nervous about. All these things, if you're listening as a roofer, these things matter. I mean, shout out to Peter, who's one of our clients we're about to roof for next week. He had watched tons of our videos. He's like, I want to be famous like John. And I don't care
Did you
about,
watch Big Roofs?
he watched all kinds of stuff. He watched Proline stuff. He watched all kinds of stuff. So you want that type of customer. This is a really small roof. He is an awesome dude. He just wants to he's headed towards retirement and he just wants to take care of his roof the right way. We were 22% higher than the highest bid.
Wow.
So he's like, I know. He even told us. He told us what the other bids were. I was like, that's fine. We're going to tell you what we're going to do. And he had watched so much of our stuff that we brought that much value to him, who he's on a limited budget. He's like, I don't care. I want this done right. You have shown me in multiple. We want to be that company that they trust, and they trust so much they're willing to pay the most for. Then this is not a isolated incident. Like this happens all the time for us. If you can get the customer to actually see you on camera, that it is very difficult for them to have any objection of what. I mean, if you're all just putting on roofs, you're just putting on roofs. He had educated himself to show why we're different. We had already made a video like, hey, we do a complete roof system. It's all from the same manufacturer. You get the warranty. The other roofer was like, yeah, we put the same shingle on, but then he asked them very good questions based on our videos, and they couldn't answer the question because they didn't know the answer, or they knew they weren't doing the same thing. It wasn't comparing apples to apples. And we have done all the work to show on video that we do things differently. And that's how we sold the job. It's a great, I mean, we're hitting our profit margins. It's not crazy high, but we're hitting our margins, and he is going to be super happy with his overall experience. And it's because of the videos that he watched. He told us, he sat us down for over an hour talking about it. It was very fun
I
experience.
love hearing stories like that because for me, like, we all have like our passion and purpose for our businesses. And for me, I think my most rewarding thing about the business, about what I do is hearing stories like that, working with small businesses, small business owners, and knowing that like I'm doing something for that's helping them grow their business and close business and improve their lives and improve their families and hire people and build those businesses. That's definitely where my heart is, and you just telling that story, it just like it makes me feel great because you won. You won because of you, but you won because of you and because they got to know who you are. And that was through the course of marketing and through video marketing. So that was a great story. I'm sure you got lots of them.
We do. I mean, and you're right. We did win. Clay wins, we win, PCA Roofing wins. But guess what else? The homeowner wins too. Like, if you really think about this, if you really care, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, do you care about your homeowners? This shows your homeowners that you care about them, and then you will win. It's not you'll win and then your homeowners will care. You have to show them that you care first. That's the first thing, and you do it by showing them doing this weird, awkward thing of making videos, and you just share what you're good at. And yeah, I agree. I want the homeowner to win. I want them to not just like begrudgingly sign a contract with us, but to totally comfortable, understand what's going to happen. And the whole experience does happen. Not everything's perfect. Roofing is messy, but they at least understand what our expectations are and that we actually do care about them.
There's a book that I want to bring up that I can't remember the name of, but I'll put it in the show notes for after. But it was mind blowing. It was a marketing book. It said like magic in the name or something. But what it highlighted was there's a massive value in feelings of like things like certainty, clarity, understanding, connection. And these go way beyond your core actual product, right? So you can say, oh, a roof is a roof is a roof, but there is actually monetary, very high, and I think this story John just told illustrates it perfectly. There's very high monetary value in just being able to provide someone with a sense of certainty on their decision. And part of that is
Yeah,
like you were setting the whole context of the conversation. He was using your videos to ask the questions you're suggesting to ask, to then
yeah.
ask other contractors in the evaluation. So you're providing value in that aspect. Like there's real monetary value in just him knowing what questions to ask everybody that he's talking to, and then having certainty in his decision that I know these people are going to take care of me. All of that has a actual like monetary, strong monetary value, which clearly like connects your, you're like you were saying, it was like 22% difference. And
Yep.
so it's like,
That's a
well, that
lot.
is literally the monetary value and difference of those
Wow.
feelings. Those are not just like, that's not just gas in the air. Like those are real things that people are looking for. They're looking for certainty. They're looking for the feeling that they're going to get taken care of and that human connection. And so I think, and I'll put that book. It's really great at like breaking down why that all that's so powerful. So I'll put it in the show notes. But yeah,
Cool.
bring that up. I have one other big question for you. So and this is kind of actually coming off what we just said, but how about we go through for you? So if a roofing contractor is looking to hire a videographer and they're
Hmm.
evaluating different videographers, what questions should they be asking the videographers they're speaking with to determine whether or not they're going to be able to help them?
That's a good question.
Turn it back around on you.
Yeah, totally. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one here. I would say that, first would be to find somebody who understands marketing. There's a lot of people out there, especially young guys with great gear that make really pretty stuff. Like they really make pretty stuff. Great editors. But I think the number one thing is really kind of understanding like what's the purpose of the video. Like you can have the prettiest, shiniest, slickest video, but if it's not, if the purpose is not defined, it's just a pretty shiny video that you look good in. Um, and video marketing so much more than that. It's so much more connecting with the consumer and understanding that there should be a reason, a very specific reason behind every video, um, and that's determined between you and the videographer. So that's kind of my first thing is find somebody who definitely understands marketing, video marketing, um, and I would say, you know, be mindful of the cheapest person and be mindful of it's kind of like that rule, be mindful of the most expensive person, um, because you don't need you don't need like the highest end cinema cameras. I mean, I have a great cinema camera, my stuff looks great, but you don't need a Ari or a Alexa or a Red camera to make a compelling, effective commercial or for a campaign.